Welcome to this Inner Plane transmission series where I cover different transmissions that have come through my blogs, and depending on the energy, I'll either expand on these or just leave them as is. As I began recording this, so began other noises of different construction, so I apologize for those sounds if you hear them at all, but so is life. And before we get started, let's just take a nice deep breath in and exhale into this present moment. You can take as many of those as you'd like as we begin. How gentleness, how nurturing gentleness opens creative forces. See, already the topic, being gentle. How nurturing gentleness opens creative forces. The very essence of gentleness awakens deep within the gratitude of allowing. It is the gift of being, for she is an extension of love. So many times along our journey and trying to just get through the day, it's easy to get caught up juggling so many different things and trying to hold it all together. Gentleness is often the gift we forget to give ourselves. It's easy to forget her potency in the day-to-day or judge ourselves in comparison to others. But she's there, beckoning us to be enveloped by the magic she provides. Her tenderness calls us to lean in, take comfort, and receive. For even a long pause, a deep breath, in its simplicity, can reset our whole nervous system. She calls us to play. That's the beauty of gentleness. She's there to remind us of what can happen with the magic of her softening as her essence permeates and supports with ease. Gentleness is there to hold, support, and love regardless of where we are and how we feel. She is an extension of love. And just to riff on this a bit, as life is cyclical, I wrote this blog a couple years ago, and gentleness has really been up in my field this past year especially. It's been throughout the years, but there's been a deep intention I've been cultivating with gentleness, and just kind of how to reiterate gentleness is this form of love that I found is a pure presence. It is there regardless of where we are and how we feel. It's not there to change or to convince. Gentleness is this pure presence that meets us with where we are. And when we invite in gentleness, it's not about having to change anything or do something. It's where all those sharp edges and those places are met by just a presence. There's a bit of a softening, and we can still feel the intensities of what is going on, and yet there's something there that is beckoning us to lean into, to be held in those sharp and rugged and raw places. It's so potent, and at that same time where its presence, it doesn't try to change or rearrange, it simultaneously is connected to what is beyond those raw places, the love, the magic, the possibilities that exist that are further in that, again, without having to convince or show or make believe or see any place other than where you are. I have a lot more things on gentleness that I'll share another time, but I just wanted to expand on that presence piece, because it's this extension of love that is presence. It's presence in all things. It's connected to the rawness and connected to love simultaneously. And gentleness, that is that potency of gentleness. So maybe just sitting with that and seeing how you can invite some gentleness into wherever it is that you are. And even just with that invitation to experiment and play with what happens, maybe how it shows up. And if you do this, I'd love to hear what your experience was, how it shows up. And yeah. So she interconnects the power of our heart force and reverberates waves of love into the web of creation and possibility. The limits, bounds, and boxes that have been formed in what we've been trying to do and achieve begin to shift. It unfolds, emerges past, opens, swells. Oh, I'm getting emotional. And expands into different possibilities and new ways of being from her gentle assurance. Again, it's not having to change anything, right? It's pushing past those boundaries and those boxes of what we've been holding into it being held just as we are. That is the essence of our being. This is the essence of gentleness. She also shows us the sacredness in the destruction of old creations as it gives birth for new ways to emerge. This may show up in a self-limiting belief, something we've been a part of for so long, not out of want, but merely out of an old way of being. The simplicity of gentleness dismantles the blocked force, and she shapeshifts it and through it, creating a life force that sweeps over, in, and under, dancing into the cracks and dark places, breathing the most powerful ease of love into the parts that are calling. Gentleness heals the way we relate to ourselves and can alter worlds of how we relate with others. When we nurture gentleness within ourselves, we're acknowledging the sacredness of our human spirit container on this earth walk. Think about some of the most breathtaking places on earth. Many, if not most of them, are in nature. What happens when you see those places or even think of the feeling it emotes? There is a gentle serenity it summons, a deep awe for the majesty, for the life force energy, just in its state of being, right? So that awe that we evoke maybe when we're looking at those landscapes or those places, there's so much happening there, right? And or maybe we're drawn to the beauty or the serenity that we might feel it. There is still a life cycle and current running through there. There's death, there's decay, there's all these things that maybe we can't see. That's all a part of it. And that awe is that envelopment of the whole of it. It's taking it all in. And that's what gentleness is also for us here as we walk on this earth, in this spirit form embodied, to bring in and invite some gentleness into the landscape of all of our being as it is, however it shows up. And that it's so potent. It's beyond what I can even describe in words, even though I'm trying. So it's so big, right? And again, and yet, by just being, it creates a vessel of unlimited possibilities. When we nurture gentleness, we nurture the love within ourselves. This quantum effect ripples out into the cosmos, and the energy within us that creates worlds emerges. Gentleness is that alchemy, that love, that presence that alchemizes. Again, how is it that we're meeting ourselves in the landscape of maybe some of the darkest places of our soul, of our existence, of our experiences, the most raw and jagged places, and how it meets us with gentleness, with this tenderness it envelops and is not trying to change or rearrange. It simply is presence. It bears witness. It is in awe of the beauty of the fullness of the landscape of all of our being, while it's simultaneously connected to the beyondness, to the beauty, to all of it. It's one and the same. And that's what gentleness reminds us, invites us to be reminded of that wholeness within every place and every space. Gentleness is there to help remind us of our worth and the endless possibilities of alchemy that is made from every aspect of our life. Hear her loving call today. Where is her creative force summoning you to allow in the space to play, expand, soften, grow, and create, to push beyond the bounds of what has been into the possibility of becoming. And this could, the growth, the possibilities, this could even show up in a way that, again, is not trying to rearrange or make something different, but it shifts the way in how we meet ourselves and how we're able to meet those raw or tender places. And that softening into those edges, it changes everything. So if you play around with gentleness and experiment and explore this, I'd love to hear your experiences, your insights, and downloads. You can leave in the comments below, and just sending you so much love into all of what's unfolding, and may gentleness meet you in every moment, in every way on your journey.